shitload of overtime.
Nothing. Greetings. I am a Dragon Alchemist, and allow me to entertain you. I am once again playing Deus Ex, Mankind Divided. And I am here at Task 29. Task Force 29. Apologies. And it is a case of information overload. Then again, these are spy analysts, so that's pretty much their usual. They apparently have a in-house psychiatrist. Is there anyone actually at work here yet?
I feel terrible for his wife.
It appears not. I hope this guy doesn't mind if I, take a peek, you know, professional curiosity and all that. Dr. Delara Ozine. Oh, yeah. Security rating 5. There's no way I'm hacking that. Not yet. Not for a while. I just do not have the praxis to spare. Well, I suppose it's time to meet the boss. He's probably got a boatload of work for me, considering the terrorist bombings and whatever else that's stacking up on his plate. Not to mention what I've probably been doing that's caused a few bumps here and there. Vincent Black, is that his name? Huh. Well, no one's in at the moment. Yeah, no, not even gonna try it. If one of the highest IT guys does not have state-of-the-art security tech, then I have very severe doubts if I want to be working for this agency.
Half the cybercrimes division is combing the web for any hint of those mystery guys from Dubai. That's not really our area of expertise. Miller wants these guys bad.
Well, considering the damage they did in such a short amount of time, I want to go find these guys as soon as possible as well. I'm guessing this is my stop. Okay, Jim Mill. Oh, I'm not supposed to meet the director. I'm supposed to meet Duncan. All right. Hey guys, sorry for the long delay.
It is Jensen, yes?
These guys might as well be ghosts.
Hey there, good to see that you're alive.
Agent Singh. Wasn't expecting to see you again, in civvies at least.
Just passing through. I wanted to thank your team for the backup in Dubai. That sting went to hell faster than the storm did.
You're welcome, but I don't think you came all this way to say thanks.
Director Miller asked me to get Agent McCready up to speed. Now I have the red-eye flight back to Oman.
Headed into the field office there?
Not exactly. One of our black sites. I'll be dropped in as a captured enemy combatant. After I contact my fellow Jinn prisoners, I shall lead a very convenient escape.
Re-embedding with the Jinn. Aren't you taking a big risk, given everything that happened?
No choice. That ambush knocked everyone on their asses. TF-29, Bell Tower, the Jinn. To cover all the angles, I need to go back. Hopefully my cover is still good. You killing the signal booster at the hotel should help.
You're thinking the Jinn can get a beat on our gate crashers faster than TF-29.
Perhaps. They do not like loose ends. An augmented kill squad with military training. Have you ever seen anything like it?
Yep, once before.
Yeah, once. But it's a long story.
Alright, so...
Did we get anything out of the cleanup operation?
Mostly corpses. Heavily augmented, as you know. Under those gold masks, they were ID scrubbed. No prints, no dentals, no DNA match. Professional.
Could still be ex-Bell Tower. Plenty of men and material went AWOL after the incident. A competing faction that listened in on Shepard's sale.
It's a possibility. The audits and investigations of Bell Tower will go on for years before we know how many rats jumped from that ship. At least we recovered their weapons. Unlisted. High spec. Military-grade augmentation. Enough to build another couple of you. That is a joke.
Right. It's the world we live in. Anyone with an exemption to the weaponized augment ban is a useful tool. Or a terrorist. Whoever they were, they knew exactly when the deal was going down. Any chance they were based locally, in Dubai?
No. After the incident, Dubai became the world's most luxurious tombstone. Perfect for the jinn, but for no one else.
I thought human augmentation was frowned on in the Middle East. Why was Dubai hit so hard?
Because it was another world. 2 other worlds, in fact. One of extreme augmentations in gold or crystal, and one of thousands of workers outfitted for construction. Then, that day.
I know.
No, Agent Jensen, you could not. Some called it divine punishment. But that day was not the work of a merciful God.
Yeah, on my own views about augmentation, I think we'll settle that in another moment when I'm not talking to him.
I don't envy what you've got ahead of you.
Actually, I'm looking forward to it. The truth is, when you've been under for long enough, you only feel like an imposter out here, in the real world.
Yeah, I understand the feeling.
As long as you don't go native. Alright.
Agent Jensen!
We just spoke,
I'm
so
going as fast as I can.
you're probably not talking to me. So, hey, Duncan.
Is there something I can help you with, Agent?
I hear you're on point looking into the gold mask mercs that hit us in Dubai. Any leads yet?
Christ, I know I'm good, Jensen, but I've only been on it for 5 minutes.
A lot could happen in 5 minutes, McCready. You check with the ME yet? Get anything off the bodies we recovered?
Leftovers are on ice at the Oman substation. I've been told they were scrubbed clean as summer whites. No prints, no dental, no nothing.
So in other words, it's no steps forward and 2 steps back.
For now. That's why it's a good thing you disabled the Jinn's comms booster in Dubai. Since cover with the Jinn is still intact, I'm hoping once he's back in Basra, he can use his network to dig around. Maybe these gold masked jokers will ping locally. Probably another fucking jihad looking to make some noise.
I don't know. I'm not so sure we should be looking for these guys in the desert.
Ah, is that so? You have some new information you feel like sharing?
Come on, McCready. These guys were augmented with military-grade hardware. Body augmentation goes against Muslim beliefs. They weren't jihadists. We're dealing with something new here.
I can see where you're going with this, Jensen, and I'm asking you right now to back off it. It's not your case.
Yeah, jurisdiction. Yeah, focus on what's important here.
Come on, McCready. We're not a couple of beat cops filling a monthly quota here. This isn't about whose collar it is. It's about getting the people responsible. Full stop.
Look, I get what you're saying, but I'm working a $5 investigation on 50 cents worth of shit. I've got speculation to spare, mate. Listen, I know I come off strong. I've got 3 ex-wives that'll back that up. But that's just how I'm built. Putting on a show for the new guys and gonna change what's underneath.
I can appreciate that kind of honesty.
Good. So when I say I'm impressed with how you handled yourself in Dubai, you can appreciate that I meant it. With that sandstorm giving us colonics, stripping the juice box out the chopper was an inspired choice. But that mission is over, and your involvement in it ends now. Got it?
I rather doubt it's gonna end whether you say it or not, and whether I have a say in it either.
How the hell did you get such a sunny disposition anyway, McCready?
Knowing about me is not going to make us friends, Jensen. But I'll humor you. Fine. I joined regular army straight out of secondary school, made UKSF at 25 and was recruited into the SRR 4 years later.
Special Reconnaissance Regiment. That's an elite unit.
Oh yeah, it's very glamorous. All champagne and blowjobs.
So what happened?
After 12 years hunting terrorist shitbirds across every desert on the face of the earth, I found there was no fucking end to the evil this world churned out. I couldn't see the point in what we were doing anymore. So I quit.
So what brought you back to the life?
I suppose it was purpose. A tool without a job to do can only grow rust. So here I am, back in it, serving my purpose. As a tool yourself, mate, you should understand that, yeah?
nice little dig, but considering he's calling himself a tool, I suppose he means that in more professional manner than being discriminatory.
Yeah,
At least that's what I'm hoping.
but tell me, why do you think the bodies from Dubai were sent to Oman?
Fuck knows. Rumor is that Oman was pissed that we got the green light for the gig in the first place. Can't blame them, really.
You don't think it's strange we got the call over them?
I stopped questioning the logic of the big noise a long time ago. What I'm told is we were the only team ready to go.
Yeah, that's what I heard too.
So then you know what I know. Got everything?
I suppose.
Yeah, I got it. It was nice talking to you, McCready.
No, it wasn't.
Cheery fellow. Well, I suppose you aren't the guy I was supposed to talk to, so we'll move right along. We just talked.
I'm scheduled to return from the dead at 0:30 Omani time.
Alright, moving along. Og is here? What is this about?
You think one of them would pop up?
This is my computer, isn't it? How nice. Okay, shooting competition. The third quality TF-29 shooting competition is almost upon us. Remember, our firing range is always open, featuring any firearm in the TF-29 arsenal with unlimited army ammunition. Have you practiced enough? Area. Yeah, we did with that. Dubai mission. To all staff, this is to address the recent mission in Dubai. We all know someone who died in that action. Our one condolence is that they died doing what they all believed in, trying to make the world a better place. However, there is no excuse for the mission going to hell the way it did. The reasons it did are now under thorough investigation. We can all do better than this, and from now on, we will, for them. Further, rumors have come to my attention, which questions why we were in charge of the op in the first place, rather than the station Muscat. These speculations are a distraction and strongly discouraged. Please remain focused on the actual task at hand. Those were our people we lost. It falls to us to avenge them. Memorial services will be forthcoming. Director Miller. Did we lose anyone on that mission? I know we saved Singh, but I guess some of the strike team maybe? Introduction from Dr. Delilah Ozzy. I think I met her office. Having recently joined the team, I wanted to briefly introduce myself. My name is Dr. Delilah.
Any trouble with the plant?
Patience, Alex. Trying to find the best way to access the motherboard without blowing my cover.
Sorry, man. Message received.
Yeah, just read my mailbox first. My name is Dr. Delilah Aziz, now resident psychiatrist in the Prague Bureau. In addition to providing consultancy training for psychological profiling, hostage negotiation, and criminal communication, I'll also be the person responsible for staff psychological assessment and counsel. Due to the nature of our work here at Task Force 29, every agent has a high risk of exposure to emotional stress and potential trauma. Mental health is just as important as physical health, if not more, so it's important for you to have access to relevant professional support both during and after any case you might be working on. I look forward to meeting everyone individually over the following weeks for an initial consultation. Regards, Dr. Delilah Azim. Well, she wasn't in it. Neuroprazine order. Agent Jensen, I notice you have not yet picked up the supply of neuroprazine I ordered for you this month. I also noticed it's the third time in a row that you've been late picking up your prescription. In my experience, agents like yourself are prone to testing their limits, denying themselves the crucial medicine they need due to either pride, an overinflated sense of machismo, or well-intentioned but misplaced belief that others might need it more. If none of these reasons describe you, I sincerely apologize. But I suggest you not be late again, or I will be forced to assume you are obtaining the drug somewhere else, illicitly, and will have to report you to the head office. Thank you for your cooperation. Gene Phillips, MD. Well, I may not need to use the neuroprazine, but I'm pretty sure I can find others that will have use for it. Duncan McCready, Dubai. I'm still waiting for your actor-action report. We gotta file them, you know. Drag your heels much longer, and I'll write it up myself. Guaranteed you won't look good in it. Hey, I did my job. I did my job. Is there anything here?
God.
There's a lot of little cereals around here.
I've run DNA checks through all the alphabet agencies.
Is there anything in these lockers? Pistol ammo. I don't really need it. Okay, so we gotta install this thing in the motherboard. So I'm guessing in the IT department.
Hurry as you are.
At least I'm assuming so, but I gotta do it without
Just
blowing my
wish
cover.
someone would nut up and take the blame.
Huh. That's a lot of things around here. Brian Warwick.
Hey, Agent Jensen. Nice work in Dubai. But still, you know what I want to know is who those ogged up guys in the gold masks were. I'll be compiling all the case files, and as soon as I know anything, it'll be up on the board.
Yeah, it's quite the impressive board you've got. Okay, where to even start? Where to
What I hear,
start?
the explosives were designed to get maximum spread.
You'd think one of them would pop up
Well,
and
let's
some
inquire
loser
about
skies might as well be
Shepard.
ghosts.
We know
Our
State
arms dealer
Police
Shepard,
are
aka John Trent, is a former Special Forces commander and ex-Bell Tower operative. And as is typical for those ex-Bell Tower employees, he's been selling off old Bell Tower tech and weapons.
Negative.
But we don't
Saying
need to
it was
worry about
faulty
him
wiring.
anymore.
No,
He
it's the
was
right
killed by
one.
those gold masks
One
guys
of
in
them would
Dubai.
pop up on some
Yeah,
loser
I saw that. What about the Jinn?
I would have thought you'd had your fill of these guys since Dubai, Jensen. The Jinn, a group of smugglers led by twin brothers Salar and Wasim
one of them
Alam.
would pop up
Their
on some
exact base of
loser
operations is unknown, but
They don't
it's most
care.
likely in
I'd love to
Muscat,
get a look at the
Oman.
bomb site
The brothers
myself,
Alam
but
have been in
no dice,
operation
not
since
our show.
2020
I've run
and have
DNA
greatly
checks
expanded
through
their
all the
operations
alphabet
since then,
agencies.
recruiting
These guys might
mercenaries,
as well be
ex-military,
ghosts.
nationalistic agitators, and other colorful criminal agitators from Afghanistan, Iran, Iraq, Saudi Arabia, and the surrounding region. They deal in drugs, weapons, medical implants, augs, and they occasionally throw in
Is
some
it
human
or is it
trafficking.
not a
These
probable
guys
target?
might as well be
What
ghosts.
lovely people. I can tell this is going to be a case of information overload.
This guy is the face of the Jinn and a charismatic force of nature. They call him the Bull of the North and the Heart of the Jinn. Real name Salar,
think one of them
works in
would pop
conjunction
up
with
on
his
some
cold
loser
and
skies?
calculating brother, Wasim, who saved his life during the Aug incident. He is proudly augmented and parades his Augs around wherever and whenever he likes. The hatred of Augs from groups around the world has only emboldened him and his organization.
These guys
And
might as
I'm
well be
guessing we're
ghosts.
probably going to have to deal with
These
him in
guys
some
might as well
case
be
later.
ghosts.
Is it or is it not a probable target?
Purity First is an anti-Aug group dedicated to keeping humans human, all pure, no augmentations. In their obsessive pursuit of this goal, they have taken extreme measures and are suspected of being responsible for multiple acts of breaking and entering, vandalism, and theft. On occasion, they've even become violent, being implicated in several assaults and murders as they push for their goal of human
Nut up and
purity.
take the blame.
They've been quiet since
One
the
of them would
incident.
pop up on some
Yeah, I remember encountering some of them. Let's see. What about the brother? Oh,
I would have thought you'd had your fill of these guys since Dubai.
No,
Jensen.
no.
The Jinn, a group of smugglers led by
Wrong
twin
one,
brothers
wrong
Salar
one.
and Wasim
I want this guy.
Their exact base of operations is unknown, but it's most likely in Muscat, Oman.
Oh, great.
The
He's
brothers
like a
Alam
broken
have been in
tape
operation since
recorder.
2020 and have greatly expanded their operations since then,
DNA
recruiting
checks
mercenaries,
All right, let me
ex-military,
look around for a
nationalistic
second.
and other colorful
Find that
criminal agitators
motherboard
from
that was-
Afghanistan, Iran, Iraq, Saudi Arabia,
I'd love
and the
to get a
surrounding
look at the
region.
bomb
Maybe it's
site
not
myself.
here.
Drugs, weapons, medical implants,
I've run DNA checks through all the alphabet.
I've been scrubbing through garbage for hours. Still
Here.
nothing.
No, it's probably down in the IT department downstairs. Oh. Okay, he's done talking? Alright, let's try again with what I actually wanted to talk about.
Ah, Wasim Alam, the head of the Jinn, former limb clinic doctor and surgeon before he turned to more profitable enterprises. He brings the same cold and calculated approach he brought to saving lives to running his business with his brother, Salar.
Well, that was
What I
rather
hear,
brief.
explosives were designed to get maximum spread.
Ah, Agent Singh, great poker player. I still owe him 100 credits. So I hope his incursion with the Jinn lasts another few months. You know, maybe he'll forget I owe him the money.
No, that's not.
No chance of that.
I've run DNA checks through all the
Now,
alphabet.
let's see. What about
Opposition
more
could tell us a lot,
local
but it's the trigger that really does
things?
the talking.
Oh, here we go. The Diwali crime family. As you may already know, they're one of the largest crime syndicates in Eastern Europe, but they do business almost everywhere, from Northern Europe all the way to the Middle East. After their humble beginnings in a coastal town in Georgia, the Diwali quickly moved from gambling to more lucrative
Opposition
criminal
can tell us a
enterprises
lot,
until
but
they
it's the
found their
trigger that
specialty,
really does the
smuggling, which includes human trafficking too. The Diwali can get anything
No,
to
it's the right
anywhere.
one.
It's as if
Unrelated,
borders
to be
just don't
honest.
exist to them. But
These
their
guys
rapid
might as well
expansion
be
came at the
ghosts.
cost of their Georgian purity when they started incorporating an ever-increasing number of Russians into the group. If you ask me, I think a major
even know
power
where
struggle
to
is
start
coming
with
within the
the
Diwali.
Diwali.
One of the old, versus the new, the past versus the
You think
future.
one of them will pop up on some
How suitably dramatic. So, your usual crime family thing. Fair enough. Now, what about this guy?
What I hear, the
The
explosives were designed to
elusive
get maximum
Radich
spread.
Nicolazzi. This guy's a piece of work, driven and ruthless. When he came up, he was the youngest boss in the Diwali crime family. The man spends more money on suits than most people spend on their houses. But don't let the looks and the haute couture fool you. He's the boss, he's in control, and he's squashed more than a few people who've tried to take him down along the way.
No dice,
Run
not our
DNA
show.
checks through all the
Seriously? That much in suits?
You'd think one of them would pop up on some list.
Alright, I'll keep that in mind. What about the underling?
All I see is strings of codes.
Otar Bodkavelli. This guy's a classic. They don't make many like him anymore. Sharp mind, a
Preemptive
real
action would be
businessman.
great if he
One of those
was
gangsters who thinks that crime is a necessary evil, you know? If it's gonna happen, he's there to make sure people have respect and make good money. Good business.
Yeah, shame about all the craziness that sometimes gets involved, like murder!
Ah,
Is
the
it or
Diwali
is it not
called
a
this
public
guy
podcast?
Constantine.
These guys
Like that's
might
supposed to be
as well be
intimidating, right?
ghosts.
We don't have a last name for Constantine, but until his death in the Rizika bombing, he was a high-placed member of the Diwali crime family, answering to Otar Bodkavelli. We suspect he has lots of connections in the upper echelons of the organization, all the way up to Radich Nicolazzi and
Negative.
beyond.
They're saying it was faulty
Between you and me, I suspect that he's a Pakhan, a spy that watches a Diwali lieutenant closely to make sure he doesn't make a move on the boss.
As opposed to conducting
So they lost someone in the bombing.
Run DNA
Huh?
checks through all the alphabet.
Well,
Nothing.
I suppose if we have to deal with the Diwali, they have an interest in finding who caused the bombing as well. What about this guy?
Otar's right-hand man is this guy, Vanos. Not the sharpest tool in the shed, if you know what I mean, but he's strong and loyal, something Otar values greatly.
Huh, alright, so not the smartest guy on the block, but loyal. So,
Negative.
good to know if I
Saying it was faulty
encounter
wiring.
him. What about this?
The classic Diwali structure has two spies, or Pakhans, working for the lieutenant who report directly to the boss, to make sure he stays the boss. Those guys are pretty violent.
Patience is the first thing. You think one of them
Okay,
will
so
pop up
there's
on
a
some list.
mystery guy out there
I'd love to get a
somewhere.
look at the bomb site myself, but no dice.
Guess
not our
I'm
show.
gonna have to find him later, maybe? What about Ark?
You've heard of these guys. ARC, or the Augmented Rights Coalition, they're a human rights group who, on the surface at least, is trying to provide equal rights for
Run
augmented
DNA
people.
checks through all the
It was started by
alphabet.
Dr. Talos Rucker, soon after the AUG incident when Rucker started to speak out against the anti-AUG legislation that was being passed by several local governments. If you ask me, it's not working. Things seem to be getting worse. ARC preaches non-violence, but a string of terror attacks has put them on the terror watch list. So I'll let you be the judge.
These guys might as well be ghosts.
Hard to say about this poor situation. Someone's gotta advocate for the people getting crushed. But advocacy can only get so far when people just push agendas.
These guys
How about
might as well
Rucker?
be ghosts. Right now, I think my
Dr. Talos Rucker, former limb clinic doctor and current leader of the Augmented Rights Coalition. Rucker has chosen to leave his native Germany and to live in the Utilite complex near Prague as a protest to draw attention to the upcoming Human Restoration Act vote. Rucker is a pacifist and believes that what is happening in Prague is what will happen all over the world if the Restoration Act becomes law.
Okay, so someone I could probably talk to.
Bother to stick around. Preemptive action would be great.
What's down here, though? Why is there a mystery thing here? Military background, radical element. I'm guessing someone that works under him? Oh yeah, what about these guys? I definitely want to know.
Oh my God, it's a
You know as much as I do about these guys. They're augmented, well-trained, and very
Composition could
dangerous.
tell us a lot, but
And they
it's the
seem to be
trigger that really
massing
does
weapons and AUGs for some sort of attack. We don't know what yet.
Well, we're gonna have to find out sometime. And now this should be interesting.
Here we go, the Church of the Machine God, and to some, the Church of the Machine, without the God. And then again, to others, the Singularity Church of the Machine God. This group has so many names and subgroups, it's hard to keep track. And believe it or not, they've been around in one form or another since the early 1970s. There are a lot of contradictory reports on who they are and what they want, but in general, they all want the same thing. They want to merge their consciousnesses and become one with the Machine God through a ritual they call Ascension.
I am getting heavy Warhammer 40k vibes here.
I've been scrubbing through garbage for hours. Still nothing.
Let's see, Mother?
The Church of the Machine God has a leader, but all we know about her at this point is that she's a woman, and they call her Mother. That's creepy, right? I think that's really creepy.
I don't know about creepy. It's pretty much part of the course. How about over here?
You think
There's a
one of them
rumor
will
that the
pop
Church
up
of the
on
Machine
some
God is
list?
building a machine that will help bring forth the singularity.
DNA
Sure, I guess that's a possibility. I'm just not sure what they would plug that machine into.
I'm relieved, to be honest.
Uh-huh. Right, let's see about the other groups.
I've run DNA checks through all the
Samizdat is an underground news outlet that likes to think of itself as the real news. They are anti-establishment and anti-almost everything else, including business addresses, so we like to keep our eyes and ears open for any mention of them.
So, pretty much hipsters.
We're advising people to stay at home, so someone needs to be the
The New
example.
Sons of
one of them
Freedom,
will
or
pop up on
NSF,
some
is a
lists?
small group of militant constitutionalists and secessionists operating in the continental United States, particularly in the Pacific Northwest. The group was formed as a reaction to the American government's increasingly authoritarian regime. NSF is committed to fighting the influence and control of a group of unknown people they believe to be the Illuminati with strategic guerrilla warfare strikes. They are suspected of having ties with Janus and the Juggernaut Collective.
I don't even know
Well,
where
they're
to
not
start
wrong
before
about the
I can
Illuminati,
say
but military strikes only get so far. You're gonna need some sort of political force, or you're not gonna get anywhere.
Patience is the first thing you learn to have. These guys.
What to say about the Juggernaut Collective that isn't speculation. A bunch of their members were running operations out of Montreal in 27, resurfacing for a while in 28. You heard of the Rifleman Bank Station? Bell Tower? Anyway, the Collective is a group of hacker activists, or hacktivists. Oh my god, I hate that word. Dedicated to the cause of freedom. At least that's what they say, or what their actions appear to say. They fight corruption by exposing hypocrisy and protecting the unprotected. No one knows the real power structure inside of the Collective, but there is one name that echoes over the darknet, and that name that echoes even louder than Hex, and you can talk to Peter Chang if you don't believe me, that name is Janus. And some say Janus runs everything, while others think there is no Janus.
So, a mystery.
Comedy of errors.
Janus. I mean, what can you say about it? Or her. Nobody really knows who or what Janus is. But what many believe is that Janus is running the most dangerous hacking group in the world, attacking corrupt politicians and businesses on a global scale. The corporate world is terrified of Janus.
Ah, Janus. You're already on my good list because of
No, it's
that.
the right call. I'm relieved. to be
I think
honest.
we're done exploring the board, so thank you for all the information. And let me grab a little more. Angie. Oh, 1 second. Alright, let's start again. Angie, I trust your hunches better than most people's evidence. There's no way, if the Diwali number 2 owns it, that the storage locker is 100% clean. I'm in the middle of something I can't break away from right now. Check it yourself quietly. Tell me what you find. VB. Okay. Okay. Whoops. 1 second. Vince. You know the courtyard just down the street from us? I go there sometimes to grab a snack after work, and there's one storage locker that's always felt a little suspicious. Well, today I learned it belongs to Otar Bukavelli. We can't go in there officially without a warrant, and my hunch obviously isn't enough to get us one. But I did crack the code to the door, 3874. One of us could go in, unofficially, just to see what's inside. What do you think, boss?
Checks through all the
Well, I might be taking a look. Won't remove anything, though, because removing evidence, bad. Unless it's really important that I remove it.
These guys might as well be ghosts.
Well, we've checked everything over here, and apparently there's a vent over here, huh? Interesting. Ah, and there's the server room. I can see what I need to do. No one looking my way? Well, I got my entrance. Oh. Well, this might be an issue. Might be an issue. If I didn't have my jump mod. Ooh, okay. A little higher than I expected there. Don't know my own jumping skills. How am I gonna drop? Drop here? Okay, good. Turn off the breaker. You'd think they'd fix something like this. Alright, let's keep going. And I'm in. I think we're gonna have to contact security, tell them they've got a bit of a breach. After I'm done here, though. Let's see. Computer, anything else around here? Not going through that door because it's got a security cam in it. Oh, it's only got a security rating of 1. Alright. I guess they're hoping the door keeps people out. How to proceed? How to proceed? What am I looking at here? I can only go this way. This way. There's no other way to get to this? No, I can go up here, but that's gonna be a while. Alright, alright.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated.
Capture. Capture. And then capture.
Access granted.
There we go. A full system capture. And no alarms. Sir, the last time you used this NSN, the logs failed to delete properly. They're supposed to, but there have been a few peculiarities in NSN functioning recently. I'm looking into their origin. Until further notice, unless you delete the logs manually, anyone who uses the NSN after you will be able to access a record of your communications, including those of a personal nature. Jingai culture. Is that anything I can use, or is that just random stuff? Alright. Now, how to get through this door? Oh, I don't know! Oh, come on, come on. I can see that there is a gap. Let me through. Alright, do I gotta jump on the table? What is that? Okay, just don't notice me whoever you are. No, seriously. There is a... I can jump high and I can't get over a pipe. Seriously. Seriously. Alright, let's see. Ooh, I'll take that. But what else is there I could use? Alright, nice. Oh, hello. STEM processor chip? No, no, I'm not taking that. I can use that stuff for agency work. This stuff just to sell for my own personal cash reserves? Nah. Alright, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm going to save. Because this might turn messy very quickly. And then use the keypad. Hacking in. What am I gonna look for here? Alright. Gonna try and go for this one first.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access denied.
Oh, great. Security systems alerted. Time to bug out. Is anyone actually gonna come and investigate? I guess not. Well, that's a little worrying. Still, how am I gonna get through this? Let's try this again. Hopefully I don't get detected. Okay. Capture. Okay, good. Got time. Capture.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access granted.
There we are. Ooh, new Praxis kit. Let's see how much. Only one. Alright, I'm gonna hold off on actually using it for anything right now. Oh, was there a secret way in? Was there a secret way in? And more hacking software that I'll give a pass on. Toolbox. File box. Okay, it doesn't look like there was some sort of secret way in that I could use. So, good. I didn't do things the hard way. Still going to need to find out what I'm supposed to install here. What am I looking at? Old man's prestige. No, thank you. I don't need alcohol that badly. Am I supposed to go here? Am I supposed to go here? Plant the whisper chip. Where is this? Show in the map. Show in the map. Okay. Well, it says I'm here. Or is it? Yeah, I'm on the right level. What am I looking for? I am in the right area, aren't I? Or is it through there? Yeah, I can't jump over. So that's not in the cards. Throwable file box. Go through. Okay. Oh, here it is. Here it is.
Alex, the whisper chip is in.
Weird, it's already picking up a freak. Jesus, Adam, is Miller in there right now?
Shit, gotta go.
Oh, yep, time to go.
I need to see you, now!
Yeah, about that. 1 second. Come on, close the vent. Close the vent. Never mind. We'll worry about the vent later. Okay. Yes! Director, reporting for duty. Let's not mention that I was right behind him.
What I hear, the explosives were designed to get maximum strength.
Yep. Hello, Director. I was not sneaking
Agent
around
Jensen
behind your back.
reporting for duty, sir. Tried to do it earlier, but you were on a conference call.
Yeah, I was. Should I be worried about you, Jensen?
Sorry.
That blow you took to your systems. It's not messing with your head or anything, making you do things.
I'm not gonna go crazy and start attacking people, if that's what you're worried about.
You've been checked out then. The problem with your orbs is gone.
I took care of it.
Good, good. God knows with all that's happened, I need you at 100% right now.
You sounded pissed when you called me in. Everything okay?
Don't ever leave the field, Jensen. You'll regret it. As soon as you strap a desk to your ass, you'll be swimming in goddamn politics.
Boss is
Politics.
giving you trouble.
What? Oh, that. No, the trouble's state police. They're pushing us out of the Rosika investigation. I want you over there to make sure that doesn't happen.
You're putting me on the train station attack? Not Dubai?
Forget Dubai. McCready's handling it.
All right, division of resources.
Good. Thought I'd have to fight him to let me handle this one. Whoever planted those bombs yesterday has a lot to answer for.
Agreed. And we have to find out who they are before the state police fuck up our crime scene.
You said they're trying to push us out?
I sent Fletcher in this morning to oversee evidence collection. Seems he's being detained, because he hasn't checked in since.
They can't lock us out. The Czech Republic signed our UN mandate agreement. They gave us jurisdiction over terrorist investigations.
Yeah, well, the former director of their security information services runs state police now. He's come up with a loophole, claiming this attack falls under the homegrown terror exception.
Homegrown. He's saying it's ARC? The Augmented Rights Coalition?
I don't care what he's saying. He may even be right. I just want us in there so we can find out.
Chang said you've got him cleaning up Intellicam footage that was captured during the bombing. Maybe it can tell us something.
Maybe. But between you and me, Chang's become a little more unglued since Rosika. Not sure we can wait for him to get his shit together.
So where do I start?
Technically, you're supposed to speak to our psychologist before getting back into action.
I don't need a shrink.
Convenient because she's not in the office right now, and I don't want to waste any more time.
So how do I get to Ruzika? Public transportation's not stopping there.
It will for you once I make a phone call. Head to the metro and call me when you're there. Good luck, Agent.
Yeah. I might be, spending a little more time around this district. Huh, let's see. Anything interesting here? Haha, chess! Been about 2 weeks since I last played chess. Seems only the pawns have been taken right now. Oh, I got a second praxis! Excellent! Let's see what I can use it on. What do I want? What do I want? Hard to say, but I think I really need more battery recharge. Because if I need to keep knocking people out, I can't keep just waiting around for this thing to recharge at the most inconvenient of times. Now, granted, I do still want the stuff like the microassembler and the Tesla gun, and definitely want smart vision. And I definitely want hacking, but at the same time, this is either going to get me killed or not, so I need to have the recharge. Let's see, but anything else that I can get? Yeah, ultra capacity. I don't need capacity. And then there's the recharge delays. Yeah, it's gotta be the recharge rate. At least I think so. Well, it's only gonna cost me 1, so it's not that big of an investment. And now I can spare for other things later. You got anything else to say to me, Jim?
You have your orders, Jensen.
Alright, moving out.
Doing extra communication scanning.
Is there anything else I need to do around here, or was that it? Side missions. Okay, track this. Track this. Oh, it's only gonna track one thing at a time, huh? Well, let's see what I want to do with first. Okay, let's find the source of the hack first, if it's nearby. Is it nearby? Oh, I gotta go back out first. Alright, alright. Pardon me. Something tells me I might also run into our psychiatrist on the way out. Just a feeling. I could be wrong, but, why do I doubt that? Why do I doubt that? Yeah, she's not in, but she may be coming down the elevator right now. Security, huh? Anyone in the holding cells? They're even using an old dungeon. How nice. Who are you? These are the holding cells. And they're unlocked. Is there anything interesting in them? Nope, not in this one. Just checking for contraband! You never know. Yeah, there's nothing in here, is there? Doesn't look like it. Let me check under this bed. No, you're clean. What about you? Who are you? Well, I can't get in to talk to him, so I guess I gotta leave him behind. And of course, close the door on the way. Okay, let's see if there's anything else that I can pick up before I head out. Or pocket secretaries or stuff like that.
Are you kidding? Whoever's doing it is spying on us from the inside.
Newspaper, probably more the same.
Corporations, a hostile government, maybe even somebody at Interpol who wants to keep us in line.
Nope, nothing here. Ooh, forensics! Maybe I'll find something interesting here. Anyone home? Ah, the golden mask. Is there anything that I can find around here? Come on, there's gotta be some sort of information that should be relevant. Ah, computer. Computer. Another terminal, but I'm not gonna break into the safe. That's a horrible idea. But I am gonna snoop around. Okay, let's take a check on the architecture. Ooh. Okay. I don't see any data caches, so that's not anything I really need to go for. What to hit first? What to hit first? Okay, this is gonna take the most time, and it will get me detected. So let's hit this first. Oh wait, I can't hit that one first. Oh, it's just light. It's just a little bit of light that's making me think that there's a line. Alright, alright.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated.
Come on, get me through. Come on, get in.
Access denied.
Darn it! Just barely missed it. Oh, your ebook. Long Meanwhile. Alright, just gonna wait for the shutdown. Or lockdown to complete. Alright, let's try this one more time. Hack in.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated.
Get me in, get me in.
Access denied.
Ah, not again. Alright, one more time. Right, let's... Third time's a charm, probably? Woo, I'm getting stealth through. Alright, that's very good.
Access granted.
Wow, third time was the charm. They didn't even detect me. The Long Meanwhile, from Black Amethyst Publishing, Dr. Daniel Fletcher. Dear Mr. Fletcher, we appreciate your submission of your mystery novella entitled The Long Meanwhile. While the prose was interesting, if brusque, we find the content a little out of our comfort zone as a company, and frankly, we find some of the situations to be not even remotely plausible. We must decline to go any further at this time. Being an aspiring author myself, I can sympathize with poor Fletcher here. I mean, I've never been accepted yet for really anything, but to even go for that sort of critique? Harsh, man. Harsh. Smiley. One of my friends in state police heard a rumor about you. I think you know which one I mean. I'm not going to tell anyone because your private affairs are none of my business. But if you make things between us and the cops worse than they already are, I'll have to let Miller know. You can come talk to me if you have any questions. Debbie. Interesting. Lunch. Hey Sonia, still free for lunch later? I have a big case I'm working on, but I can still spare some time for your English lesson. Let me know. Smiley. Smiley, yes, of course I am free. I will meet you there, Sonia. So, I've just been, digging into people's private affairs. What else is new?
Security connection to the train station is spotty at best.
Alright, finally time to head out of here. Or, well, check in the infirmary. Is there anyone here?
Somewhere in this city, there's a mob-owned casino in the sewer. Now I've heard everything.
I may be visiting that soon enough. Locked door. Yeah, I'm not gonna try and pry in there. And not gonna try and get that computer hacked into because there's someone in the room. I'm not crazy.
Alex, did we get anything from the Whisper chip?
We got something, but Jane has provided the wrong algorithm for the frequencies, so they aren't getting deciphered correctly.
Can you fix it?
I'm a pilot, not a programmer. I can do it, but it's gonna take some time.
Intriguing. Now, I understand that there's only one way in or out for a highly secure complex like this. This is probably great for security reasons, but in need for evacuation?
Nice coat.
Yeah. But in terms of needing to evacuate,
Can't believe a word they
that's probably not the smartest thing. There's probably a lot of hidden secret exits, but I haven't seen anything. What's this garden? Find the source of the hack. Alright, we go there first. Now, let's see. Rose's Garden 29. Vegetarian, huh? Alright. This is the right place. No. Slightly past. Slightly past. Shoe store. Coffee. And fashion store. Is this the place? Yep, this is the place.
I gave the police a list of all the renters in my building that I suspect of being augmented. What did you do that for? I'm protecting the real people in the building. And most of them on that list are a few months late with their rent anyway.
Nasty woman. Alright. So, here we are at N33. What am I looking for here? There's N01, number 202. Ah, behind our backs. Well, is there a way I can sneak in here? I think so.
It leaked classified corporate documents, causing several Fortune 500 companies to go bankrupt. Between you and me, folks, the Collective is one of the most dangerous criminal organizations in the world.
I don't think I'm in the right apartment. No, I am not. I was hoping for a window or something I can drop in from.
Live from Picus. Ariel.
Oh well, while I'm here, let me check around. See if there's anything interesting. I'm not gonna steal anything, I'm gonna just poke around. The computer. This is Miller's place? Well, don't mind if I do. Okay, this is gonna be a little more complicated than I thought. A lot more complicated. He really went all out in terms of security here. Do I even want to risk it? I mean, this is some heavy-duty stuff. And I don't have the hacking skills to even really do anything like this. No attempts will be lost because no trace was triggered. Alright, you know what? I'm gonna try this once. I will try this once and only once. If I fail, I fail. I'll try again once I become a better hacker, but I gotta push my luck sometimes.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated.
Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna do it. It's just way too much. Or maybe I am. Come on.
Access granted.
There we go. Well, you never know what you can do until you try, apparently. Ahaha! Lawyer from Colleen White. I know you don't want to hear this from me again so soon after the call, but the way it finished left me feeling like crap. Leonard told me to leave you alone, but the whole guy thing is bullshit. Honestly, it's just like Dad all over again. Why won't you talk to someone and give yourself a bit of room in your own head? It's obvious that the Neil thing is really getting to you, and using work to take your mind off it isn't healthy. I know you'll just ignore me like always, but if you're not comfortable with family, then you should talk with a professional, and at least blow off some steam at someone who's paid to hear it. Anyway, I'm backing off. Leonard thinks he's found a good lawyer who understands augmentation law better than he does, so he's to go forward contact detail. So he's going to forward contact details to you directly. I just hope this doesn't mean this doesn't cause more problems than it solves. I hate this, James. I hate feeling bad for you. Please take care of yourself and think about what I said. Colleagues. Christmas reunion. Hey, Jim. Some of the guys from Troop 6 have been talking about getting together, maybe organizing a road trip through the outback around Christmas. Might help Jaden clear his head for a bit. I take it you heard what happened to him. He was stationed in Brisbane, working alongside Bell Tower in 27 when it happened. Wasn't pretty. Anyway, I get it if you're not able to come. Dom says you're still in the thick of it, running some kind of elite force up in Germany or Czech Republic or someplace. But it could be a chance to dust off that longsword of yours, prove you're still the old eagle eyes we all knew. Let me know. CB. Nothing really important, per se. Personally important, yeah. At the very least, I got a lot of experience for that hack. No, I'm not stealing the man's credits. There's a secret room behind here. There's a secret room behind here. I blame the map. I blame the map for letting me see through it, but hey. Oh, hidden compartment. A weapons briefcase. 10mm with 15 rounds and concussion grenades. I'm not stealing the guy's cash. I got one of my own. Can't get into his... Let's see, maybe it's in the drawers? No. Alright. I hope he doesn't hold it against me that I was coming through his stuff, but at least I didn't take anything. I don't take stuff if I can help it. Now, stealing from drug dealers and that sort of thing. I'm fine with that. Still gotta find a way to get in there, though. How to do that? Okay, I'm gonna have to think about this. Either find a vent somewhere, or come in from above or below.
Come on in. Weapons for sale.
Ooh. Thank you. Well, I think I know what I'm going to be doing for a moment, because I got some stuff to sell. Hey there! Hope you got a lot of money on you.
Come on. I sell to anyone. Even crazy Yobuk.
Oh, it's not about selling stuff. I hope you're buying. Because there's gonna be a lot of product on the streets very soon. Mainly combat assault rifles. Better that you got it than someone else.